Okay, thank you, Dr. Haroon. Good evening, all. As Dr. Haroon said, today we are going to discuss. We are going to have a small discussion, a short discussion on why you have to, or why you should go for AAPGT, or how can you start your preparation, and what are the things that you shouldn't miss or that you shouldn't skip during your preparation for AIAPGT. Okay, so for a better preparation, so a better presentation, I am going to turn off my video. I'll be sharing my screen. Dr. Haroon, please let me share my screen. Is my screen visible? Okay, so I welcome all of you to this short session, that is AIAPGT. Why and what not to miss. Okay, myself, Dr. Ajith Kumar K. I am currently working as a medical officer in Department of Homoeopathy, Government of Kerala. So we can go enter the session directly. Okay. So whenever we are starting, or whenever we are start to prepare anything, or whenever we are planning anything, there will be lots of questions in our mind, like who, where, what, why, etc. So for our better output, we have to get the solutions for all these questions that is coming in our mind during, or when we are starting our preparation or studies, whatever it is. There will be lots of questions, and we have to find answers for these questions. Regarding AIAPGT, most of these questions will be having a one word answer or a single line answer. So let's see what are these questions and what are these answers for these questions. The first question will be who? Who can appear for this AIAPGT? Anyone who have completed their BHMS successfully can appear for this AIAPGT. So then what is this AIAPGT? That is the most important thing. AIAPGT means that is All India Ayush Postgraduate Entrance Test. So this is a national level entrance examination for postgraduate courses in the Ayush system. Okay, like Ayurveda, Homeopathy, Unani, Siddha, etc. Okay, so this AIAPGT started from 2017. Till then, each states were conducting separate exams for their PG courses in Ayush system. So since 2017, there is a common national level entrance examination for the postgraduate courses in the Ayush system of medicines. Okay, so that is AIAPGT. Okay, then when these exams happens, or when this exam will be conducting, the exam will be there every year. Every year there will be AIAPGT. Okay, this is conducted by National Testing Agency, that is NTA. Usually the exams will be happening in the last trimester of the year, October or August, September or October. Okay, and the every year PG batch usually starts from November, but last year it was late due to the problems of COVID and the epidemic lockdown and all. So usually it starts, the PG academic session starts by November of the year. So every year this exam will be there, AIAPGT. Then where this exam happen? It is actually a all India level online examination. So the exam will be conducting in selected centers all over the India. Okay, in every states, most of the states, there will be examination centers which are having facilities for the online examinations. So these are some questions that we can answer by one word or a single line. So the next two questions are the most important questions regarding AIAPGT, that is why and how. Why you should go for this AIAPGT and how you should prepare for this AIAPGT. So these two questions are very important in regard with this AIAPGT. So before going to solve these questions, or before going to explain the solution for this question, let's see some statistics. Okay, what is this? What are these statistics? Actually, we are trying to show you some analysis of the previous year's question paper of AIAPGT. the question papers from 2017 to the last exam, that is 2022. So we are analyzing the question papers of these 6 years. Okay, which subject, the questions are coming from which subjects, more questions are from which subject. So we are going to check all these things, and also the difficulty level, how many questions were easy and how many questions were medium and how many questions were tough. So all these things we are going to see through some statistical representations. Okay, so first we are going to see the question pattern or subjects weightage of AIAPGT 2017. That was the very first all India based entrance examination for the PG courses in Ayush system. Okay, so while we are analyzing the questions in AIPGT 2017, total number of questions were 100 in 2017. Total number of questions were 100. So you can see the maximum number of questions were asked from practice of medicine. 24 out of 100 questions were asked from practice of medicine. Next to practice of medicine, it was materia medica. 20 questions from materia medica. And next to materia medica, there is organon and repertory. 10 questions each. Okay. Next comes surgery. 6 questions from surgery. And next to surgery, there is gynecology and obstetrics. That is when combined 5 questions were from gynecology and obstetrics. There will be slight error in this distribution because some question we cannot distinguish from which subjects or which portions they are asking from. Like some questions in practice of medicine may resemble question from physiology or surgery. So slight errors will be there, but most likely the distribution will be like this only. Okay, so most of the questions from this analysis of this AIPGT 2017 question paper, we can infer that maximum number of questions were asked from practice of medicine. Next to that, materia medica, then repertory, organon, then surgery, then gynecology and obstetrics. All other subjects are questions were asked from other subjects too, but number were minimum. Anatomy, 5 questions were there from anatomy. From physiology, 4 questions. Biochemistry, 1. Pharmacy, 5. Pathology, 2. Microbiology and parasitology, 2. FMT, 2. Then SPM, 4 questions. So this was the question subjects wise question number in the question paper of AIPGT 2017. Now let's see what were the difficulty level of AIAPGT 2017. Okay, I hope these numbers are visible. So I am not going to tell the numbers in each and every subject. Totally, if we are seeing totally out of 100 questions, 55 questions were easy. 55 questions were coming under the category easy. Okay, and 37 questions out of 100 were coming under the category medium. Okay, the difficulty level were medium for 37 questions, and 8 questions were very tough in 2017. Okay, you can see the subjects wise distribution also there. If I total question from anatomy were 5, out of that 3 were easy question, 2 were medium, there were no tough questions from anatomy. So if we are looking generally, max out of 100, 55% of the questions in that year were easy questions. Okay, and 37% of the questions were medium questions, and 8% of the questions were tough questions. So this is the difficulty level and the subjects wise distribution of 2017 AIPGT question paper. Okay, now let's move on to the okay. Okay, okay. I can. Okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you. So this was the difficulty level of AIA PGT 2017. Okay, now we can move to the next question paper, that is AIA PGT 2018. So you can see the graphical representation of the subjects wise question in 2018. Here also maximum number of questions were asked from practice of medicine. 17 questions were there from the practice of medicine. Next to practice of medicine there is repertory. 16 questions from repertory. Next to repertory on third place there were materia medica. 15 questions from the materia medica, and next to materia medica organon, that is 14 questions from organon. Okay, so here also practice of medicine we're having maximum number of questions, that is 17. Then repertory, then materia medica, then organon. After that again surgery 9 questions, and then actually gynec and obstetrics both together there were 12 questions. Okay, and from surgery there were 9 questions. Okay, so here also the pattern is almost the same. Okay, this the major 6 subjects, that is practice of medicine, surgery, gynae and ops, then our homeopathy subject, that is materia medica, repertory, organon. These 6 subjects are contributing to the maximum number of questions in 2018 also. Okay, we have seen that in 2017 question paper also maximum number of questions were from these 6 subjects. In 2018 question paper also maximum number of questions are were uh, coming from these 6 subjects. Okay, now let's see the difficulty level of the AAPGT 2018. Okay, the subject wise difficulty level is also given there, but we are not going to discuss that in detail. So in total, out of 100 questions, 52 questions were coming under the category easy. Okay, out of 100, 52 questions were easy, 37 questions were medium, 37 questions were medium category, and 11 questions were coming under the category tough. Okay, so 52 percentage easy questions, 37 percentage medium questions, and 11 tough questions. This was the difficulty level of 2018 AIA PGET. Okay, and the subjects wise distribution, it was somewhat similar to 2017. These six subjects are contributing maximum to the questions. Okay, so this was the difficulty level of 2018 question paper. Okay, now let's move on to the 2019 question paper. So have a look at the AAPGT 2019 question paper. Here also the picture is almost same. Maximum number of questions are from practice of medicine, 15 questions. Then next to that materia medica, 13 questions are there. Then next to materia medica repertory, 12 questions. Then organon with 10 questions. Then gynec and ops with 11 questions, and surgery with 6 questions. Okay, then in that year, from physiology also there was 7 questions, and anatomy 6 questions. Okay, so this was the question subjects wise distribution of the AAPGT 2019 question paper. You can see that there were no question from not a single question from biochemistry and microbiology and parasitology. Okay, 0 questions from biochemistry, microbiology and parasitology. And one more thing, the number of questions asked from the subjects like pharmacy, FMT, SPM are almost same in every year. It is 4, 5 or 6. These are the number of questions asking from pharmacy, SPM, that is social and preventive medicine, FMT, and this pathology, etc. So their range is 4, 5 or 6. And this anatomy, physiology also, their range of questions is from 4 to 6 or 7. So these subjects always remains the same. Means the number of questions asking from these subjects are almost same in every year. Okay, and the maximum number of questions are coming from the 6 subjects I have mentioned earlier. Okay, so this was the subjects wise distribution of questions in AAPGT 2019. Now let's see the difficulty level of this question paper. Okay, so this is the difficulty level of AIAPGT 2019. Here the picture was somewhat different from the previous years because in 2019, the number of easy questions were only 25. Okay, in previous 2 years, that is 2017 and 2018, the number of easy questions were almost 50, above 50%, 50 to 55%. But in this year, that is 2019, there were only 25 questions that were coming under the category easy. Okay, maximum number of questions came under the category medium. 65 out of 100 questions were coming under the category medium, and tough questions were 10. Okay, so the percentage of tough question remains almost the same. It was 8 in the previous years and now it is 10, so it remains almost the same. But in this year 2019, the number of easy questions decreased drastically. There is a steep decrease, that is 25. Okay, and the number of medium questions were 65 and the number of tough questions were 10. Okay, so this was the difficulty level of AIAPGT 2019. Now let's move on to the 2020 question paper. So coming to AIAPGT 2020 subjects wise distribution of the questions, the picture remains almost the same. Maximum number of questions are from practice of medicine, that is 21. Next to practice of medicine, the 3 homeopathic subjects with 16 questions each, that is materia medica, organon and repertory, with 16 questions each. Next to these subjects comes the gynec and obstetrics, that is 12 questions from gynae and obs and 10 questions from the surgery. So as I have told you, the picture is almost the same. Maximum number of questions are coming from these 6 subjects: practice of medicine, materia medica, organon, repertory, surgery, then gynec and obstetrics. So these 6 subjects contributing maximum to the question paper. Okay, and anatomy 7 questions, physiology 3, pharmacy, FMT and SPM, as I said, their range is from 4 to 6 questions. Okay, and in this year also there were 0 questions from the biochemistry, and there were 2 questions from microbiology and parasitology. So here also the toppers are the same subjects. Okay, now let's see the difficulty level of AAPGT 2020, and there was some difference in 2020. In 2017, 18 and 19, the total number of questions were 100. But from 2020 onwards, the number of questions has changed to 120. Okay, from 2020, maximum number of questions became 120. Okay, so when we are checking the difficulty level, you can see 42 questions out of 120. Actually, one question were cancelled that time. So total number of questions considered as 119 in 2020. So 42 questions out of 119 were coming under the category easy. Okay, 42 questions were easy in 2020. 53 questions were medium. Difficulty level was medium for 53 questions out of 190. Okay, then 24, you can see the toughness, the difficulty level of the exam is coming up year by year. In 2019 it was 10, now it is 24 out of 119. So here out of 119 questions in 2020, 42 were easy, 53 were medium and 24 questions were tough. Okay, so this is the difficulty level of the AAPGT 2020. Now let's move on to 21. So this is the subjects wise question distribution of AAPGT 2021. Not much difference there, almost the same picture. Maximum number of questions from PM as well as repertory, practice of medicine and repertory, with 18 questions each. Next to these 2 subjects, there is materia medica with 16 questions. Then next to materia medica, organon with 14 questions. Then comes the surgery with 12 questions. Then gynec and obstetrics with 5 questions each. Okay, these SPM, FMT, and pathology, etc., are in the same range, 4 to 6 question range. Anatomy, physiology also. Here there were 3 questions from biochemistry. In last 2 years, questions from biochemistry were 0, and this year there were 3 questions from the biochemistry, and number of questions from parasitology and microbiology were 0. Okay, So this was the subjects wise distribution of questions in AAPGT 2021. Picture is almost the same when compared to the previous years. Now let's see the difficulty level. Is there much difference or not? So this was the difficulty level of the AAPGT 2021 question paper. You can see that 50 out of 120 questions were easy questions. Okay, 50 out of 120 were easy question, and 61 questions out of 120 were medium level questions. Okay, 61 out of 120 were medium level, and 9 questions out of 120 were tough questions. Again, the difficulty level is less than the previous year. In the 2020, tough questions were 22 or something like that. But here it is only 9. So the difficulty level slightly lowered. But the medium level difficult questions are more. 61 questions are there in medium level. 50 questions are easy. So this is the difficulty level of AAPGT 2021. Now let's move on to the AAPGT 2022. That was the recent exam. Its results was published few days ago. So in AAPGT 2022, here also the picture is almost the same. Maximum number of questions from practice of medicine, that is 19 questions. And next to that, Materia Medica with 18 questions. Next to Materia Medica, Organon with 17 questions. Then Repertory with the 15 question. Then comes this Gynec and Obsy with the obstetrics with the 10 questions. Then Surgery with the 8 questions. So the picture is almost same, 90% is the same pattern. And these subjects like pharmacy, FMT, SPM, pathology, etc. are in their range only, 4 to 6 questions. Anatomy 6 question, physiology 7. Like the previous years, no questions from microbiology and parasitology, and no questions from biochemistry. And sometimes this usually in our coaching class, we take the classes of parasitology and microbiology along with the infection chapter in the PM. So the questions from parasitology and microbiology may coming under PM if it is asked from infection. Okay, so that's why I have told you earlier, this is not exactly clear. There may be some errors because some question we cannot distinguish from which subjects they are asking for. Okay, confusing. So this was the picture in AAPGT 2022. The picture was almost the same. Maximum number of questions are contributed by the 6 subjects, that is Materia Medica, Organon, Repertory, then Practice of Medicine, Surgery, then Gynae and Obs. Okay, so these are the 6 major subjects contributing maximum to the questions. Okay, now let's see the difficulty level of the AAPGT 2022. You can see 46 questions out of 120 were easy questions in 2022. 46 out of 120 were coming under the category easy, and 59, that is also almost the same of the last year. 59 out of 120 were coming under the category medium, and 15 questions out of 120 were coming under the category tough question. Okay, so this is the difficulty level of the AAPGT 2022. 46 questions were easy, 59 questions were medium, and 15 questions were tough. Okay, now let's see the total collective 6-year collective analysis of the subjects wise distribution of the question. Okay, here you can see the maximum peak is visible where in practice of medicine. In if you are checking the six years questions are given here in the form of a graph. So you can see all the 6 years from 2016 sorry 2017 to 2022, maximum peaks are visible on practice of medicine, Materia Medica, Organon, Repertory, Surgery, then Gynec and Obs. Gynec and Obs are actually given here separately. That's why its peak is somewhat less. But when you combine them, it will become as similar as surgery. Okay. So these 6 subjects are having maximum peak. Okay. Materia Medica, Organon, Repertory. That means the major homeopathic subjects along with the practice of medicine, surgery, Gynec, and Obsy. These 6 subjects are the important subjects which contribute maximum number of questions to the question paper throughout these 6 years from 2017 to 2022. Okay, so this is the collective 6-year collective analysis of the subjects wise question distribution in question papers of AAPGT from 2017 to 2022. Hope you are clear with the graph, which subjects have to be studied with the more importance. I hope you have got it. Okay. Huh. Huh. Yeah. 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 Mm. Yeah. 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 Exactly. So, what is our inference by seeing all these statistics? What can we infer from these charts, graphs, difficulty level, etc.? Okay. So, the main inference is that maximum number of questions are from same subjects every year. Okay. The maximum number of questions were asked from the 6 subjects. These subjects were Materia Medica, Organon, Repertory, Surgery, Practice of Medicine, Gynae, and Obs. These 6 subjects are contributing maximum to the question paper. And one more thing, as Dr. Haroon said, the difficulty level. Since 2017 to 2019, there was almost 50% of the questions were easy, and 40% were medium, and 10% were tough. But after the change of the question pattern, that is from 2020 onwards, the number or the percentage of easy question is decreased, but the number of medium questions were increased. But the number of tough questions almost remained same, except for 1 year in 2021. I think it was somewhat higher, but otherwise the number of tough questions, the percentage of the tough question remains the same, but the number of or the percentage of easy questions decreased after the change of pattern of questions, that is from 2020 onwards, and the number of medium questions increase. That is because the assertion reason type questions and multiple statement questions, all these types of questions are increased from 2020 onwards. That's why the medium level questions are increased. All these are coming under medium category. This assertion, reason type question, and question with multiple statement. That means there will be 4 statement, and the options will be like both A and B are correct, both A and C are correct, A, B, C are correct. So these types of questions are called a multiple statement question. These type of question and assertion reason type of question, both these type of questions are coming under medium category because they are not actually tough, they are actually easy question. But why they are becoming medium level? Because it consumes our time. Actually these questions, these type of questions are very easy, but it consumes our times and it confuses us. That's why it is coming under the medium category. And from 2020 onwards, these types of questions are increasing in number. That's why the number of medium questions coming up and the number of easy questions are coming down. Okay, but the number of tough questions are remaining the same. So generally we can say 40 to 50% of the questions will be easy. Okay, and 50 to 60% of the questions will be tough, and 10 to 15 percentage, 10 to 15 1 5% of the questions will be tough. Okay, 40 to 50% of the question will be easy, 50 to 60% of the question will be medium level, and 10 to 15% of the questions will be difficult. So by analyzing the 6-year question paper, this should be our inference. Okay, and the next thing is that the maximum number of questions will be always asking from these 6 subjects, 3 main homeopathic subjects, that is Materia Medica, Organon, and Repertory. Then practice of medicine, surgery, gynae, and ops. So while you start your preparation or your studies for AAPGT, you should have these things. These points should be there in your mind. Okay, maximum questions are coming from these subjects, so you have to give more importance to these 6 subjects. Okay, that doesn't mean that you should not, or you have not, you haven't to study other subjects. You have to study other subjects also if you are having time, but you should not miss these 6 subjects. Rest of the subject depends upon your available time, but you can never miss these 6 subjects if you want to score a higher or a secured rank. Okay, so this should be our inference after seeing the analysis of the 6 years question paper of AIA PGET. Okay. Now let's move on to the main question, that is why you are going for AAPGT, or why you need AAPGT, or why you need a MD seat. Okay, so this question is very important. Most of the people may have different answers for this question, why. Okay, some people will go for MD, or they will prepare for AAPG to get an MD for their dream job. Okay, like teaching, research officer, etc. Teaching means now the assistant professors in various homeopathic medical colleges. Okay, so the basic qualification for this assistant professor post is MD. So without an MD, you cannot become a teacher in the homeopathic medical colleges. So those who are interested in teaching may go for MD. Okay, and the post like research officer, that is a central council post, central government post, that is research officer. Okay, it is having higher salary and a very good reputed post it is. So if people are having these teams to become a teacher or to become a research officer, they should have MD. So people with these types of interest will go for MD. There is another group of people. They do not want any of these government job or research officer post, nothing, something like that. They want to pursue their private practice only. But nowadays, people are more educated. They are having access to everything via internet and all. So they are concerned. They are concerned and they are aware about the qualification of the doctor treating them. Okay, so those doctors who are pursuing, or those who are interested in private practice only, who are not interested in government jobs and all, they are also going for MD to display a higher degree to attract more number of patients. As I told you, that nowadays the patients are the means people are more educated, and they will prefer a doctor with higher degrees only. Okay, that's why these multi-specialty clinics in allopathies are increasing day by day. In future, in short duration of time, in homeopathy also, people or patients will be preferring doctors with the MD only. So people with this type of interest, those who are those who wish to display a higher degree for attracting more number of patients, they also will be interested in MD, and they will be also going for this AAPGT and all. And there is another group of people. To be frank, I am also coming in this group. They want financial stability for 3 years. We know that the PG in any stream, whether it is Ayush or Allopathy, it is of 3 years duration. And these 3 years, if you are getting a government seat or in a government college, we will be getting stipend every month for 3 years. Okay, in Kerala, the stipend is 45,000 per month now in MD courses in homeopathy, and the maximum stipend is offered by Nehru Homeopathic Medical College in New Delhi. They offer 1,10,000 per month as stipend, and the National Institute and Central Research Institute in Kerala, both of them are offering about 50 to 55 thousand stipend per month. So there are the third group of people. They want a financial stability for 3 years. By this time, they can set up their clinic, or they can prepare for any job. So for 3 years, they want a financial stability. So some people are preparing for AAPGT for this purpose. Okay, and there is the last group of people, and this is also not rare. They don't know why they are going for MD. All of their friends, or all of them, all of the people who know, they know are going for MD, so they are also going for MD. But they don't have any specific reason for that. Most of my friends are going, most of my juniors are going for MD, most of my seniors are going for MD, so I am also going for MD. So this is the fourth group of people. So these are the four groups of people who are going for MD. Okay, this is on your perspective. Now I am going to say why you should go for AAPGT. Okay, most of the things I have told in the previous slide also, but what is the advantages of AAPGT, or what is the advantages you get if you prepare for AAPGT besides the MD? Okay, so let's see. This AAPGT is the one of the toughest examination in the field of homeopathy nowadays. Even PSC, state PSC examinations, this UPSC examination for MO and lecture post, all these are somewhat lighter than, somewhat easier than this AAPGT. Nowadays, this question paper in the AAPGT is become more and more standard and more difficult. So this is one of the toughest exam in the field of homeopathy. So if you are preparing, or if you prepare for this AAPGT very well, you can clear any examinations coming after that, like whether it is a state PSC or RO examination or lecture post PSC or UPSC of MO, whatever it is. After, if you prepare well for this AAPGT, even if you fail in AAPGT, but you can crack the next exams or another other exams in the field of homeopathy like PSC, RO, UPSC, etc. Because this AAPGT is one of the toughest examination in the field of homeopathy. So if you prepare well for that, even if you fail in AAPGT, you can crack other exams. Okay, this is one thing. Then the next thing is that nowadays a doctor without PG has no value except in rural areas. Some of the rural areas, the availability of highly qualified doctors will be very less. So even with a single degree only, without any post graduation, there will be value. People will be valuing the doctor because availability is less. But in somewhat civilized areas, in town areas, city areas, etc., people are very well aware of the qualification and they are educated, highly educated also. So they will definitely go for a MD doctor only. Okay, there will be degree doctors also, but people will be preferring MD, postgraduate doctors over the graduate doctors. Okay, so except the rural areas, degree doctors means without MD, they are having less value except in rural areas. So for getting more patients or for getting more acceptance in the society or in the among the patient, you should have an extra degree or you should have a post graduation. Okay, that is adding to your profession, that is adding more value and more status to your profession. So this is also one of the most important reason why you should go for MD. Okay, it will add status and add more value to your profession. Okay, the next thing is that the job opportunities. Before, only means few years ago, only BHMS was sufficient for most of the jobs in field of homeopathy. But nowadays, some jobs are started demanding PG as the basic qualification. As I told, the lecture post. Before a few years back, there was the entry cadre to teaching was tutor post. If you want to teach, you can be a tutor by appearing the tutor post PSC, and the basic qualification for that tutor post was just degree, just BHMS. But after that, the CCH, now it is NCH. They have changed their rule. So the three tiles or three cadre system is now the three cadre system is has come to rule in the by CCH. According to that three cadre system, the entry level post is assistant professor. For that assistant professor post, MD is necessary. The basic qualification for this assistant professor is MD. So that means 10 years before, with BHMS you could become a teacher for PSC. But now you cannot become a teacher in homeopathic medical colleges without an MD, because now the entry cadre as a teacher is assistant professor, and for appearing a PSC examination for assistant professor post, you should have MD, because MD is the basic qualification for the post of assistant professor. Okay, so nowadays the jobs are also started demanding MD or PG. Okay, so if you are having an MD or if you are having a PG, you are becoming more employable. There are more chances for getting a job, a well reputed job. Okay, so this is also a strong reason for why you should go for MD or why you should crack AABGT. Okay, the last but not least, if you go through the rank list of the recent PSC examination, whether it is Kerala PSC or UPSC or Tamil Nadu PSC, whatever it is, if you check thoroughly the rank list, you can see that few of the top rankers are people with MD. In most of the competitive examination nowadays that is happening in the field of homeopathy, the most of the toppers will be MD holders. Okay, that is not because they are having something special, but they have prepared well for this MD entrance examination that will add to their knowledge. And these 3 years in MD, they are getting more exposure, more specific exposure, and they are studying in more advanced manner. Okay, so they will be having somewhat higher degree of knowledge than an degree person. So in most of the examinations, other than AAPGT, like PSC examinations, RO examinations, UPSC examination, whatever it is, that few of the top rankers will be MD holders. So that means if you are having an MD or if you prepare for an MD, you can crack any examination after that because your knowledge level will increase. Okay, so these are the main reasons why you should crack the AAPGT or why you should go for an MD. Hope you are clear. So these are the reasons why you should go for MD. Okay. Now we can see what are the things that we should not miss during our preparation. Okay, if you have determined or if you have decided to go for MD, you have to crack the AAPGT, and obviously you have to start preparing for this examination. And now you have few points that help for your preparation. That means you know which subjects to be studied it with the more concentration, the 6 subjects. Okay, and you know what will be the difficulty level. Almost 50% will be easy, and almost 50 to 60% will be tough, and there will be 10 to 15 50 to 60% medium, and 10 to 15% of the tough questions will be there. So you know the difficulty level, almost you know the difficulty level, and you know from which subjects maximum number of questions will be asking. So this will help you to prepare effectively. So now let's see what are the things that we should not miss during our preparation. uh, Assume that you have already started your studies, you shouldn't miss some things. Okay, let's see what are those things. The first thing is that sleep is very very important during your preparation, because after studies the things we have learned or the things we have memorized will be processed during our sleep. So if you are lacking sleep, the processing will be impaired and you will not be remembering the things you have studied very well. So sleep is very essential. At least 6 hours sleep is necessary during your study period. Okay, every day at least 6 hours you should sleep. Okay, so sleep is a very important thing that you shouldn't miss during your preparations. Okay, the next thing is necessary breaks. Okay, we know that the threshold time for concentration is 40 minutes. Above 40 minutes no one can listen to a subject or no one can study effectively. So you have to set your timetable accordingly. Maximum 1 hour continuous study. After that you should take 10 or 15 minutes break. Okay, because after the 1 hour, even if you are studying after the 1 hour, that will not be effective. You will not be remembering what you are studying. So necessary breaks are very important. Okay, so preferably after every hour of study you should take 10 or 15 minutes break. Okay, so you have to set your timetables accordingly. And not only this duration, if you are feeling the subjects you are studying is very boring, like organon, sorry, people will be there who feel organon is very interesting, but most of the people will feel this organon as a boring subject. So whatever the subjects, if you feel boring while studying these subjects, you close the subject and take a break for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and after that start reading again. Still, if you are feeling that boring, you change the subject. Okay, keep these subjects aside and start reading a new subjects. Okay, this is very very important, because once you started boring and once you started boring a subject, even after boring you are reading that will not be registered in your brain. So whenever you feel boring, take a short break and try studying after the break. Still, if it's get boring, then change the subject, read a new subjects. Okay, so necessary breaks are very important during the preparation of AAPGT. Okay, so let's see what is the next thing. That is healthy diet. Avoid the fatty food, junk food, highly spiced food, seasoned food. All these things will uh, make your body concentrating more on your digestion, not on your brain. So simple and healthy diet should be followed during your studies. Okay, and the next thing is that keep hydrated, drinks a lot of water. Preferably 2.5 liters of the water minimum should be during your studies. Okay, because this water is very essential for brain functioning of the brain. Water is very essential. So if you are dehydrated, your brain performance will be decreasing. So keep hydrated very well during your preparation. That will boost up your brain and keep the brain active and fresh. Okay. Next thing is entertainment. You are studying for a very important examination, that is AAPGT, and that is if your dream to crack this AAPGT with a good rank. Okay, all these are true, but you should not compromise your entertainment for these purposes. Okay, because without entertainment, you cannot you cannot persist in your studies. Okay, so preferably daily 1 or 1.5 hour maximum. You can uh, keep for this entertainment purpose, whatever it is, music, film, a short walk, or the food you like, whatever it is, you should find time for your entertainment, at least 1 hour, at least 1 hour or 1.5 hour, maximum 2 hours. Okay, you should find this time for your entertainment. Okay, that is good for your studies, because this entertainment every day will keep your brain active, and the brain will be performing very better during studies also. Okay, with these entertainments and all. So don't spend a maximum time on this entertainment, maximum 2 hours per day. Okay, and the study time should be 12 hours per day. 12 hours study time and 2 hours entertainment should be preferable, or it will be preferable during the study period for AAPGT. So next thing is how to. How to is a big question, like why, and this how to will be in detail. It will be discussed by Dr. Haroon and Dr. Fayis. Still, I will be sharing some few points only. First thing is that set the target books. We know that so many books are available. We have to read the subjects book, like textbooks of our subjects, and so many guides are there, so many MCQ books are there, so many things are there. So it'll be very confusing which books to read, or what are the books, which books are important. The thing is that you have to read the textbook, that's for sure. And for MCQs and all, you have to set the target books. Okay, it's not about the number of books you read. You have to set your books before your preparation, and you should decide that I will read these books only. Okay, so you have to set the target books before you start your studies. You don't have to go behind all the books that are available in the market. You can select the book and you can keep them as your target books before you start the preparation. Okay, I am suggesting some must read books. These are very important, because these books are very important. At least this should be there, and you can add to this according to your available time. The first thing is that Allen's keynote. That is very, very important if you are going to prepare for a MD entrance examination, that is AAPGT. Allen's keynote is very important. The next thing is that Organon of Medicine. That is the books we use are in Kerala, that is R.E. Dedjan, 5th and 6th edition complete. So the Organon of Medicine also is a must read book. From the first page itself, from the heading to the footnote of the last aphorism are important. Then the repertory, textbook of repertory by S.K. Tiwari. That is the textbook of repertory that we follow in our BHMS syllabus. So this book is also a must-read book. Next is Crack the Entrance. This is a MCQ book, book based on Materia Medica. Actually, this book is having two parts. The first part is including the points from various Materia Medicas, relationships, these trios, so points like that. And the second half of the book is containing MCQs. The area wise, region wise MCQs are there, like mind, eye, head. So region wise MCQs are given in the second part of this book. This Crack the Entrance book is very, very important for the preparation of AAPGT. Okay. Next is PG plus or Salgun MCQ. Actually, for MCQ you can use any book, but these two books I have means read these two books. That's why I'm suggesting these two. There are so many other books like Success Guys and so many books are there, but I personally not use this book, so I don't know. I cannot comment on those books. But these two books are very good, Salgun and MCQ. But unfortunately, these books are not available in the market nowadays. You can have second-hand books from the second-hand bookshop, or I think a PG plus new volume or new edition is available online now. But that is somewhat it is costly. I think it costs about 1,800, something like that. So if you get the old book, that is better, PG plus or Salgun. Or if you are not getting any of these book, don't worry, you can have any MCQ books that covers all the subjects. Okay, I am suggesting these two books because I have used these two books. Okay, so you can use any other MCQ books that is available to you. But if you are using BK Chauhan, please be careful. There are so many mistakes in that book. So if you are using BK Chauhan, be cautious. You have to point out the mistakes. Okay. Next is basic textbooks of medicine, surgery, gynecology, and obstetrics. We already know that the major 6 subjects are materia medica, organon, and repertory. We have already listed the books for these 3 subjects above: Allen's Keynote, Organon of Medicine, and Repertory by S.K. Tiwari. The next 3 major subjects are practice of medicine, surgery, and gynec and obs. So you have to read the basic textbooks of these subjects also: medicine, surgery, gynecology, and obstetrics. Okay. And for the rest of the subjects like SPM, FMT, pathology, anatomy, etc., you can use other guides or study material. And the most effective one is PHF target study materials. All the important points are given in these books. 3 volumes are there. You can go for that for the subjects other than the 6 major subjects. For these 6 major subjects, try to read the textbook only. Okay. And one more thing, in materia medica, I have mentioned Allen's Keynote only. You may think why I didn't mention Boric, because Boric is actually the important points from Boric are given in Crack the Entrance book only. So if you are having time, you can read Boric only, Boric also. And while reading Boric, try to please remember that the first introductory paragraph in Boric, for every medicine there is an introductory paragraph, so you have to read that paragraph very carefully. And there will be italic symptoms in Boric, that is also very important. And also the relationship parts. These 3 areas should be concentrated: the introductory paragraph of the medicine, the italic symptom of the medicine, and the relationship of the medicine. While you are reading Boric, these 3 areas should be concentrated. Okay, so these are the must read books according to me. And besides this book, you can read any available material or any available textbook, but these things are must. You cannot skip any of these, and according to your available time, you can add to this list. Okay, it's not about the number of books you have covered, but how thoroughly you have studied the available books. Okay, you don't have to go before all the books available. You have to select your book beforehand, and you have to study those books thoroughly. Okay, it is better to study one book thoroughly than partially studying 3 or 4 books. So it is not about the number of books you have covered, but how well or how thoroughly you have studied the available books. Okay, smart work versus hard work. What is smart work and what is hard work? How can we do smart work in AIAPGT preparation? Okay, if I say regarding the materia medica, Allen's Keynote, we all know that Allen's Keynote, we are studying that book since the first year. But even after completing our course, we will not be remembering even a single word from that book, because that book is somewhat tricky, because we cannot remember that according to logic. So for competitive examination, already we know that questions will be the answer also given. We have to select the answer. That's all. Question is there, answers also given, but the only thing we have to do is that we have to select the answer from the given options. So answer is given, we have to choose the correct answer. So here the visual memory will work better. Okay, for example, if you are studying Keynote, say aconite, if you want to study aconite in detail, or if you want to by heart the aconite, it will take at least an hour for by hearting the aconite. And the sad truth is that for the next day, more than 60% of this thing will be forgotten. So how can you use smart work here? Instead of reading 1 hour, or instead of trying to by heart one medicine for an hour, you have to read this medicine repeatedly for 5 or 6 times. It will take only 10 or 15 minutes to read aconite 6 times, from the very first line to the last full stop. You have to read completely and continuously for 5 or 6 times. Okay, it will take only 15 minutes. And next day also you have to do like this. Okay, so if you are reading aconite 5 or 6 times a day continuously, it will take 15 minutes. Next day also you spend 15 minutes like this. So you are spending 30 minutes in 2 days. But the thing is that you will remember 70% of the drug for the next day. Okay, if you are studying or trying to by heart a drug by using by reading 1 hour continuously, you will forget more than 50% of the drug for the next day. But if you are doing like this short reading for 3 or 4 times 2 days consecutively, it will save time and it will increase your memory. So this is an example of smart work. Okay, and in other subjects also you can apply these things. You will have the concept, because all of us have completed the BHMS and we have completed the theory examination. So we will be having the concept. The thing we are lacking is the specific points. Okay. For example, we know how digestion is taking place, how the digestion of fat is taking place, how the digestion of carbohydrate is taking place. We can explain that to a lay person or a normal non-medical man. But the thing is that we don't know the specific points. What are the enzymes acting, or what are the values of this enzyme? What are the amount of these enzymes secreted? These things we have to concentrate, because the concept we already have. So the things we are lacking is specific points. So these types of things we have to be concentrated. This is also another smart work. So try to do smart work more than hard work. Okay, it is not that is not good to buy hard things for a competitive examination, because everything is given in front of you. You just have to select the right one. Okay, so don't study as if you are studying for a theory paper. Okay, this is competitive examination, so the preparation should be in that way of manner. Concentrate on important portion. We know what are the important subjects. 6 subjects are there, and you have to concentrate on these subjects more. Okay, and after completing, or after you feel that you are thorough with these subjects, you can go for the another subjects also. Okay. Then regarding the MCQs and question paper, most of the people don't have any idea when we have to work out this MCQ and when we start to work out this question paper. Preferably, you have to work out MCQs at the same time while you are studying a subject. For example, if you have started studying anatomy, you have studied upper limb within with these 3 days. You have studied upper limb. So along with these studies, you have to work out the MCQs from the upper limb of anatomy. Okay, along with the studies, you have to work out the MCQs of the same portion. MCQ and question papers are different. Previous question means question papers of various competitive examination. Okay, MCQ means that is multiple choice question given in MCQ books like PG Plus or Salmon. So when you are studying a subject, you have to work out the MCQs of the same subjects along with the subject. Okay. Start working out previous question papers only when you cover the syllabus for once. When you cover the syllabus for once at least, then you can start working out previous question papers. Okay, previous question papers are available everywhere, and in Medi-Guru, Medi-Guru application, you will get lots of previous question paper and model mock test. Okay, that is exactly as the same model of the AAPGT. So working out these mock tests will be very helpful. Okay, so start working out previous question papers and mock tests once you have completed the syllabus for once. Then while you are working out the previous question paper, work out as if you are attending a original examination. Don't just read the question and tick the answer. Not like that. Okay, you have to read the question and mark your answer somewhere, and after you skip the question you don't know. Okay, and you can have blind assumptions also. And after attempting the exam within the stipulated time, you have to check how many wrong answers are there, how many correct answers are there, and how many questions you have skipped. Okay, so you have to mark all these things, and the question skip you should study thoroughly, and the question you have made wrong also you should check. Okay, so that it should not be skipped next time. Okay, once you have done a question paper, any question from that question paper you should answer without any hesitation. So that's how you have to work out a question paper, as if you are attending a original examination. Okay, then during the last month of preparation you can work out 2 question papers per day, that is towards the last. Trick your brain. You know why we get very tensed, or why we get means anxious during these examinations, especially this competitive examination. It is an online examination. When we will be in the examination hall half an hour or 1 hour before the examination, so we will be very tense and will be very anxious. You know why? Because these situations are new to our brain. The brain is not familiar to this kind of situation. That's why we are getting nervous, anxious, or this tensed. So you can trick your brain. How? You can give these experience, this the same situation you can have before the original examination. That's how the mock test in Mediguru help us. The mock tests are exactly on the same pattern, exactly the same pattern as of the AAPGT. So if you work out maximum mock test in the means Mediguru app, your brain will become familiar to this type of examination. So when you are going for original examination, while you are sitting in front of your computer, your brain is very cool because it has already witnessed, it has experience, it have done so many times before. So you won't be tensed very much. Okay, so try to work out maximum mock testing from the Mediguru app. This is the most important thing. Even if you have studied all the books with you, it is useless if you are not revising. So revision is very important. For revision, you may follow the pattern 6+1. 6+1 means 6 days studies and 1 day revision. Monday to Saturday you have to study according to a timetable, and Sunday you should not study anything new, but you have to revise everything you have studied in the previous 6 days. This is a very useful pattern of revision. If you want to, means if you need a holiday in your studies also, you can make this 5+1. 5 day you can study and the 6th day you can revise. Okay, so every week you have to study like this. Okay, and at the end of the month you have to revise. The last day of the month you have to keep it for revision. Okay, so in a month you have revised twice. One subject, one portion you have studied, you will revise twice in a month, because every week you will revise what you have studied, and at the end of the month also you will be revising the things that you have studied in that month. So 6+1 or 5+1, and at the end of the month you have to revise everything that you have studied in that month. And after 3 months also you have revised at the 6th day and at the end of the month, and at the end of the 3rd month also you have to revise the things that you have studied in the 3 months. Okay, previous 3 months. So at the end of 3 months you have revised a portion 3 times. Okay, effectively. This is enough. And during the last months you can do only revisions, but if you are studying like this, it will be very effective. This revision will be very helpful also, and the things will be deeply registered in your brain. Okay, don't forget to reward yourself, because you are studying and you are spending lots of your energy, your time, and obviously, of course, this studying is not a thing that is giving happiness to us. All there won't be anyone who loves to study, because it is irritating. So you have to set targets, and if you achieve the target, don't hesitate to, or don't forget to reward yourself. Okay, that reward should be anything. It can be anything that you love, like a movie, or a food that you like, or a evening walk, or anything that makes you happy. So after you achieving your targets, this should be in daily basis. Okay, you set the target in the morning, by tonight 10 p.m. I will complete this, so you can have a reward for the next day. So don't forget to reward yourself for your achievement on your targets. Okay, persistent and consistency. Be persistent. If you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. So once you start studying, once you are in track, don't go away from the track. Be on the track. Okay, be persistent and be consistent. Okay, and relax. You don't have to be tense, because you are doing well. If you are doing well, if you are working well, definitely you will be getting the results. So don't be anxious or don't be tensed. That will keep your brain down. It will not work properly. So relax and enjoy the studies, then the victory will be yours. Okay, so you can start studies with all these points in your mind. Okay, so thank you for listening to me. The next session is what Mediguru offers, or how Mediguru helps for your studies in through our online and offline courses. Okay. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Muhammed Fayis, who is the executive member of Progressive Homoeopaths Forum. He will be explaining how the offline package of the Mediguru PHF will be helping you for cracking the AIA PGT. So, Dr. Faiz, over to you.
Am I audible? Haroon?
Yes, you are audible. You are audible, audible.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ajith Kumar, and a very good evening. My name is Dr. Mohammed Fayis. As Ajith Kumar, Dr. Ajith Kumar said, I'm executive member of Progressive Homoeopaths Forum, and I will be giving a brief on our offline classes. Progressive Homeopaths Forum, Wings of Care, has been conducting this offline coaching program for past so many years, and I'm very proud to say that we have been most successful in conducting these classes and giving results. We are the one of the finest firms in this uh, uh, coaching program. So, without wasting any time, I will be sharing my screen. Uh, okay. So I think hope all are clear. So PHS target 2023, a brief on online classes. You all know that now after COVID, we have been restarting our offline coaching classes recently. So we have been scheduling our classes, and I will be discussing here. I will be discussing today about what are the what we are going to do in our online in our offline coaching classes, and what will be the strategy and what will be the which what will be the strategies to conduct this kind of class, uh, and I hope you will be benefited with this. So don't wait for the right opportunity and just create it. It is a famous saying by Dr. George Bernard Shaw, and you have to not wait for don't wait for the right opportunity. Just create it. So first of all, when we are when we are talking about offline classes, why offline classes are important? Why offline classes are important? That is, offline classes is all about motivation. Offline classes is all about motivation. How we can be motivated more. That means it gives chances of direct interaction with competence. It gives a chance of direct interaction with your competence. That means you will be having classes every alternate Sundays, and you will be in a classroom. So you will get so many other fellow competence, and you will be get a chance to interact with each others and enrich your knowledge and enhance your competitiveness, and there is continued and real-time evaluation of your effort in an offline classroom. That means you will be evaluated continuously. You will be having so many interaction with the fellow combatants, and you can interact with our faculties also, and that is very important in terms of appearing a competitive examination, and uh, and your queries will be answered there also. So we have mainly two offline centers. First of all, we have a center in Kozhikode, and we are having a center at Trivandrum also. And if you need more centers, we will be working on that also. So the offer means how many classes will be there. It's about almost we are planning 20 plus classes. Now we are planning 20 plus classes, and it will be a comprehensive coverage. It will be a comprehensive coverage. That means we are not going through each and every line of the textbook. We are only having a comprehensive study of each subject. As Dr. Ajit Kumar already said, six subjects are very important in terms of cracking the AIPGT entrance examination. So those six classes will be those six subjects will be more focused more in our offline classes, and that key subjects will be covered more in our offline classes. So the other thing is the other thing is uh, our support system. That support system means your support network is the solid ground from which you can propel yourself upwards. That means the support system is our faculty panel. Our faculty panel is very eminent and very qualified faculty panel. We strongly believe that with the help of those eminent and well qualified faculty panel, you can achieve big with our team. Our faculties are the best to bring out the best in you. And we have faculties, those who are secured high rank previously, especially two of them are first rank holders. So that is another thing. And the reinforcement session will be at the end of the module. That means if you need more clarification, we will be arranging more classes at the end of our module or coaching program. So it will be more than 20 classes will be there. So regarding the class schedule, I have already said that we are planning like alternate Sundays will be having the class, and the timings will be 9:30 to 4:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and that will be the time schedule of the class for the offline coaching program. And patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success, this said by Napoleon. And you have to be very patient and persistent in persistent and perspiration make that an unbeatable combination for the success. So our schedule is like this. Our schedule is like this. You will be having a free class test in every day. Every day, when in the day of class, you will be having a free class test, which will be most concentrating on the previous class. We will be having a half an hour test paper and then the class, and we will be having a post class test that will be concentrating more on the day's subject. So you will evaluate yourself how well you manage to comprehend the class well. So that is another thing. And the components then we are providing in our offline classes are already Dr. Ajith Kumar said 6 subjects are very important. So we are having major classes on those six subjects. The said to be the key subject, and we will having a three classes, at least three classes for medicine and two classes for surgery, gynecology, mathematics, organon, respiratory each. And the rest of the subjects will be having one class each. So we are focusing on the question paper pattern, and you all know that nowadays question paper patterns are drastically changed. Association recent type of questions are more in our question paper. So you have to be very clear on those scenarios. So we'll be focusing on the key subjects and our question papers more in our offline classes. So success is not an accident. Great Brazilian footballers once said, "Success is not an accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and the most of all, love of what you are doing." So that's how success is achieved. Thank you. And this is the only a brief section of what is all about our offline coaching classes are about. And now I invite Dr. Haroon, Ashraf, the CEO of Medi-Futura, to brief about the online coaching program. Thank you all. Haroon, it is not audible. Yes. It is audible. Right.
Yes, you are audible. Dr. Haroon, comments are coming in YouTube that it is not audible. Excuse me, Dr. Haroon. Sorry to interrupt. It is not audible in YouTube, I think. Hello?
Hello, am I audible right now? Am I audible in YouTube right now? Hello,
No, no, not audible in YouTube. Yeah, now it's okay. Dr. Haroon, now you are audible in
yeah,
YouTube. Can
okay.
continue.
So, what I was asking was that how many of you think it is compulsory to join a coaching to get success? Is it compulsory to join a coaching to be successful? Please type your replies. You can say anything. Okay. Some people are saying yes, yes. Okay. So, what do you think? Is it mandatory to join a coaching? Okay, so let me tell you this thing very clearly. It is not compulsory to join a coaching to be successful. You can be successful by yourself without any support from anyone if you work very much, if you work in a systematic way, if you study from the beginning in a planned manner, if you use the guidance which is available for free. And nowadays there are a lot of resources online, internet resources and all. If you use all those resources, if you prepare well, you can get to success even without a coaching. Okay, any doubt on that? Is it an irony? I am representing a coaching uh, company here and telling you it is not compulsory to have coaching. Are you getting are you feeling that I am talking something too much controversial? I'm creating a irony in my statement. What do you think? But that is the truth. Okay. The most important thing you have to remember while starting preparation for competitive examination is to ensure that you are not too late. Everyone has 24 hours a day. Everyone sleeps 6 to 8 hours a day. Everyone takes time to eat food, have their recreation. Everyone gets the exact same number of hours in their schedule to dedicate for studies also. Even after that, if you are not able to qualify, that is because you didn't plan things properly or you didn't execute things properly. Well begun is half done. So if you have planned properly, that itself is uh, you have reached halfway. But if you don't execute, you will not be able to climb the stairs and go ahead. Okay. So what I will suggest is that don't wait for something to happen to start your preparation. All of you should start preparing right now, right in this moment, right today. Okay. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the sun to rise. Don't wait for that book to come by courier. You start with whatever resources you have at hand right now. Okay. And let me congratulate all the winners of AIPGT 2022. We are honored to have been associated with all these very uh, enthusiastic, very perseverant, very persistent youngsters who scaled the exam last time. Okay, and let me tell you what all are the courses we are offering. Number one, what we are offering is a Target 2023 Recorded Advantage Classroom. This Recorded Advantage class contains all the recorded classes. We are having around 270 recorded classes. All these 270 recorded classes are arranged into different subjects, different topics and all. So these 270 recorded classes, 250 plus hours of recorded classes are preloaded in the app. You can watch any class, anytime. You can repeatedly watch. You can watch the same video 10 times or 100 times within the period of your subscription. So if you think uh, Materia Medica is easy for you, you can see Materia Medica only once. If you think Organon is tough for you, you can watch Organon again and again. Okay. So in this way, you can repeatedly see those recorded classes any number of time you want in this recorded advantage package. Apart from this recorded classes, we also have preloaded tests. Preloaded tests includes all the tests which are already loaded into the app. You can sign into the app and attempt those tests. At the end of the test, answer key will be coming and your performance will be evaluated. Okay. We have about 15,000 questions preloaded into the app. That will be a huge uh, question bank for you to prepare on. Then we will have daily interaction through chat. We are planning to start it from December first week. Actually, we were planning to start it from mid of November, but as many people had requested us to delay it by a little, we will be starting from 1st of December. And what we mean by this daily interaction through chat is that we will be scheduling one specific video for that particular day. Okay. We want all of the participants in our program to watch that particular video before that day, and they should be ready with that video. Okay. On that day, by evening, we will give 5 questions from that particular video to assess yourselves whether you have seen the video properly and whether you have assimilated the points given in that video properly. Okay. So that is the daily interaction through chat. And on that particular day, on that particular time, we have asked our faculties to be on standby And if there is any doubt asked from any of the students, we will try to immediately reply to that doubt. Okay, from that particular video only, not from anywhere. Okay, so that way you will get a feel of real-time interaction during that particular time period. Okay, this is the recorded advantage class. Then, as I said, recorded sessions covers entire AAPGT syllabus. See, the thing is that uh, let us go back to the first question I asked. Do you think it is mandatory to attend a coaching to be successful? What makes the difference between a self-prepared student and a student who depends on coaching? A self-preparing student needs higher level of motivation. Our brains are hardwired to get bored very easily. If you are more intelligent, you will get bored much more easier. So it is a sign of intelligence that you are getting bored. So you will start preparing. After 2 days, you will lose focus on preparation. You will get bored by preparation. You will stop preparing. Okay. So to overcome this, what we are doing is the coaching helps by repeatedly sending you messages, repeatedly notifying you about something or other things. And when one among you asks a doubt and the reply to the doubt is transmitted to everyone, not to that particular person only. If someone asks a doubt in the chat, we reply to that doubt, quoting question to all the participants of the program. So that will be a method by which you are alerted that something is going on in the background, and you will be alert and you need to continue to be prepared. Okay. So this recorded classes covers entire syllabus of APGT. There are more than 250 recorded lectures. Okay. And we are putting this daily schedule of one video every day only with the aim to motivate you to make sure that you watch at least one video per day, you study at least one video per day. Like based on our previous year's experience, what we felt is that the recorded video is sufficient to crack the exam. But people don't crack after joining this program. Why? Because they lose motivation, they lose focus in between. To overcome that, we have come up with this new strategy this year that every day there will be a uh, daily schedule of one video and 5 questions from that video. That's the daily test to keep you on track of preparation. Okay. So the thing is that uh, you should have a vision. The ultimate is that you should be convenient. Okay. That is the purpose of having this recorded session. The recorded session, it is for your time, at your pace, at your time schedule. Okay. So you can access those videos at your convenience, at your place, on the couch or on the table. Okay. So it is made convenient to you. We have made the materials more accessible to you, brought it closer to the comfort zone of you by providing this recorded lectures. Then coming to the preloaded test. The preload tests are intending to test your level of preparedness anytime. Those are also tests which you can do any number of time repeatedly, and each time we will be trying to give you a detailed analysis of how you performed. Okay, and doing the same test repeatedly can help you to assess your improvement. It also assesses your knowledge. There are subject-wise tests as well as simulated mock test. Simulated tests will be in the pattern of AIPGT, so that will be helping you to compare yourself with your competence in the way in which AIPGT result will come. Okay, and what you have to understand is that by learning, you are not going to change anything that is happening today. It is for the tomorrow. Your education is for the tomorrow. So if you prepare right now, it will change your tomorrow. Now, let me give you a brief on 2023 complete package. The complete package includes all components of recorded classes. Plus, additionally, there will be one live session every 2 weeks. The importance of this live session mainly is to give you some question discussion sessions where you will be kept on high level of motivation. Okay, so that you will not be off road, you will not be going away from the road to success. Then in the end, last 100 days, there will be live mock test. 100 live mock tests will be there, where you will be having a simulated environment test. Everyone will have to attend the test at the same time. Okay, and there will be a live refresher course also online, where there will be summary of whatever you studied in the whole year discussed in last 30 sessions. Okay, so this is the complete package. So what are covered in the fortnightly live sessions? There will be interactions with successful seniors, different APGT winners. They will be discussing their experiences, their tips, tricks. They may be discussing some questions. Okay. Then those who want additional care, they can contact and they will get mentorship based on strength, weakness analysis. Okay. Some people may be finding some subject weak, some subject strong. So based on that, we will help you to plan your uh, preparations. Okay. We are planning to have 40 to 45 sessions, 2 weekly sessions in this manner. Okay. Then there will be discussions on important topics and questions. And ultimate aim of all these sessions are to keep you on high level of motivation. Okay. And daily live mock test intend to give you accelerated preparation during last 100 days. And live mock test, all of you will have to attempt at the same time. Okay. So if I'm giving you the time of 9 p.m. every day night, everyone has to attempt at 9 p.m. only. If you fail to attempt between 9 and 10, you will not be able to do the test. You can just see the questions and answers. There will be 120 questions, 2 hours, similar to AIPGT exam, and detailed rank list will be published with your scorecard and detailed analysis of how much time you spent, how many easy questions you made mistakes on, and vital statistics will be there which can improve your performance. Okay. Why? What is the importance of simulation? Simulation is a tool for learning. Okay. What happens with simulation is that actual time needed for learning is reduced to 1/3, and by the simulation, though there is this centralized control, each student feels that they are learning independently. Okay. And at the end, we will have a refresher course. The aim of the refresher course is to provide you with a final revision of all the subjects. It will be a final lab where faculties will be coming live. That will be the chance for you to ask questions to the faculties and cleared your last minute doubts. And all these live summary classes will be in such an intention to brush up your whole knowledge. Okay. and all the things which you have studied in the past 1 year, it has been moved into the past memory. We will bring all those things to the recent memory. From it will be strengthened, reinforced, and you will be able to answer the questions in the example. Okay, and for you, I'll show you how the app works. You can just see this. Okay, clicking on the app, it opens the app. So there will be some intro screens and all. You give the necessary permissions. Okay, so if you don't have an account already, you can click at this point and sign up. Okay, there will be two options to sign up as a doctor or a medical student. You can choose either sign up, give all the details, and there is a place where medical council registration number is asked. Okay, if you are signing up as a doctor, that will not be asked if you are signing up as a student. And central medical council number, you can prefer not to put 0000 if you have not registered with central medical council. And after filling all the points, you can click on sign up, and that will take you to your login account. So after you are signed up, you can put your mobile number, okay, and put your password, and okay, by clicking, putting your mobile number and clicking your password, you will be logged into the app. In the section called coaching classes, all the videos are provided subject wise. Okay, clicking on each subject, you will be taken to the video sections, and the courses for APGTPSC, their videos will be listed one by one. Clicking on each video, it will play. Okay, while playing, the mobile will go to landscape mode. Okay, that is how you access classes. Then going back, after coaching classes, there is a section called mock test. You click there, click on the subject, and you will be able to attend the mock test. Okay, like online test only, similar to what is done in APGT and all. You can submit the questions or skip the questions, and finally you can finish the question paper. Okay, once you finish the question paper, you will be given analytics of how you performed in that test. Okay, and if you click on the button answers, you will get to know the questions and answers which you have attempted in that particular test. Okay, now going back from there, from the test, there is a section for study materials where entire study material is made available for you to read on screen. Okay, this is how uh, the classes are arranged in the app. Okay. Okay. Now coming to one important point which I have to tell you is that, in competitive exam, people say that luck has a huge factor. If you are lucky, you get easier questions, you qualify. But let me tell you that the luck is a very controversial concept. You will be more lucky if you are more prepared. So luck is a derivative of the hard work or smart work which you have put into your preparation. If you work more, you will be more lucky. Okay. So what I'm saying is that luck is not the independent factor. Luck is not an independent factor. Luck is a factor which is dependent on amount of work you have put into preparation. Okay. So work hard and your luck will increase. So with that, I think I'll conclude this session. Before concluding the session, if anyone has any doubt, you can ask. I think there is a question. Ajith, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
There is a question asking, uh, question by Anisa AS. Sir, please tell the source books of practice of medicine.
Okay, source book actually the source book means the book you have studied during your BHMS. That is your source book. That book will be familiar for you, and you might have marked the important portions in that books also. So whichever book that you have studied in your BHMS, that is your source book for that subject.
If anyone has any questions, you can type in the YouTube chat. Okay. If there are no questions, we'll conclude the session in a few minutes. So, before concluding, I want to come to the first question I asked. The question with which I started this session was, is it necessary to have a coaching? And I answered it already saying that it is not at all necessary to attend coaching to be successful. Without coaching, you can be successful if you are self-motivated, if you are focused, if you are confident that you will not lose track, if you are confident that your friends will not distract you, your family will not distract you, okay, your everyday life will not distract you. But if you are not that confident, you should go for a coaching, because coaching provides you with a motivation. And depending on level of motivation you have, you can either go for recorded classes only. Like what you lack is only a little bit of confidence, but overall you are able to handle things, then you should go for a recorded class will be sufficient for you, because recorded class itself have all the components which is needed for your success. Now, if your motivation level is little lower than that also, then you should add either offline component or live component, depending on which is more comfortable to you. Okay. And if your self-esteem and confidence is very low, if you want highest level of motivation, I will suggest you should join a comprehensive package where everything is there. Offline component is also there, online component is also there, as well as live component is also there, recorded component is also there. So it is up to you to decide which component you should have in preparing for an examination. At the same time, it is also up to you to decide whether you should join a coaching or not. Okay. So with that, I think I should conclude this session. Before concluding, Let me add one more point. I would like to wish you all a good success in the next AIPGT exam, as well as thank you for joining us here. We will be having more sessions like this in future also. So I hope you will uh, follow us and keep a track of our activities, so that even if you are not joining us for coaching, you will at least be benefited from the free resources which we are giving out. Okay. Thank you all.